Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Indiana versus Ohio State. A really important game coming up here in the next few minutes here. Indiana, big underdogs in this game. Ohio State is favored heavily in this game, -4.5. Both winner will get the number one seed in the college football playoff. Both quarterbacks in this game are both Heisman contenders. Starting off with Indiana's Fernando Mendoza, 211 and 293 completions to passing attempts. He's the first Hoosier to win an award since 2001, which was, I do not have the name down, but he has 2,758 yards, 32 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in this season. He's the top contender to get the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year award. He's another top contender to get the Heisman. He's number one in passing touchdowns, which he has 32 in the NCAA and the Big Ten. Number 7 in passing yards in Big Ten. He's number 9 in pass completions, which he has 211 in Big Ten. And then going to Ohio State's Julian Sayin, 258 completions, 327 attempts, 78.9% completion. He is number 3 in passing yards with 3,065, 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, number 2 in passing touchdowns in the Big Ten, number 4 in the NCAA. This is going to be a very strong matchup versus Indiana's strong and creative offense that they have versus Ohio State, very incredible tight defense that they have that's going to be strong to face. Ohio State has won 30 straight of their games against Indiana since 1988, and this is going to be a very important game to call. Welcome in here. That was a lot to go through, and that was a lot of my notes, and if you saw, I went by there quick. So my bad there. How's everyone doing today? And how'd you like that fast pace? I went through mostly everything on my sheet here, but that I should have kept, but I'll mostly bring it back up as we go through the stream because mostly you guys will probably forget about it, and we'll bring it back up, obviously, when they talk about it here. But IBR. Thank you to the person who is watching on Twitch and the person who's watching on YouTube. I appreciate you tuning in. Very, very much appreciated. Very big game for the Big Ten Championship here. And just to go over some recaps for your scores, Texas Tech beat BYU earlier in the Big 12 Championship, 34-7. Which probably everyone was expecting because Texas Tech is the number 4 in the college football playoff. And then the number 11 is BYU. So they were the underdogs there in that matchup. So they got beat. So I think that might give Texas Tech into the playoff maybe. We'll see for the final ranking soon. SEC, Georgia has 28. Alabama has Georgia 28. Alabama 7. My bad. Was the score there. So Georgia won that. And welcome to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. It is both undefeated teams, 12-0. Indiana Hoosiers versus Ohio State. This is going to be a really good game. And I'm glad I'm commentating it and you're reacting to it with all you. We have also during this game Duke in Virginia going on. So that will be a very important game for the ACC championship going on while we're going while that's going on here, we'll probably talk about it during commercial breaks. So we'll have that on the side. So I'll put that on real quick. Hopefully you all are having a very good day. Because I'm trying to find my stuff here. Here we go. Hopefully it will all fit. I could barely see the chat. There we go. That's better. I don't know why I'm at that. Okay, there we go. I think we're back. Are we back? I'm not back. Hey, there we go. I think it's back to normal now. They're going through the TV stuff right now. It's actually on you and hear what they had to say.
Which led to a field goal. It wasn't about the play, they said. It was about Sain's response. No panic, no emotion. Looked at the picture and said, I know the mistake. It won't happen again. And it did 230 passing yards, touchdowns from that point on. It's that poise the game expects to find in this game. And as the games grow bigger, and Gus, it feels pretty big right now. All right, Tom, I bet you it does. Coming up after the break, a special performance of our national anthem by the marching bands from Ohio State and Indiana.
Yeah, the game should be starting here in a few. Started like 5 minutes early. I was supposed to start at 7. This game's taking a little longer to start. I thought they would start at 7, but probably why it's a little delayed. Nice little emote there, by the way, on our Twitch. Little code name for it that I named. I'll try to get that for YouTube soon, by the way. Should be starting here in a minute, so we'll bring up the scoreboard. Do keep in mind, tomorrow we will be doing the Steelers versus the Ravens and the Bears versus the Packers. So two important games tomorrow, two important rivalries for two important divisions. We'll also go over the other rivalry game going on in the AFC South, the Colts versus the Jags. And we'll probably recap those after the Ravens game is done. And then head into Chicago and Green Bay's game to see how they do. Apparently, there is a food showdown going on, or another food advertisement thing. Whenever the week before they did like free hot dogs, an advertisement was doing it, and if Ben Johnson took off his shirt in the locker room, it was free hot dogs for everyone in Chicago, and then he did it. This week, it's buono beef, which is Italian beef, basically. So if they won the game, free cheese fries, won by 7 or more points, it's Italian sausage. And if they win by 14 or more, it is Italian beef for the whole city of Chicago, apparently, or Chicagoland area, apparently. So that's an interesting fact. I'm gonna head downstairs real quick. Be right back. Sorry if I'm being loud. Oh, you not hear me? don't think they've started yet. They're showing the entrances and everything. Showing stuff about Indiana. In Lucas Oil, by the way, not too far from here. Where I live. You know, you could be like Sally Slices and say, just right down the street. For Ryan Day, this is his third Big Ten championship appearance. 2-0 in the playoffs. Or in this for his record. My chair keeps going right. It's annoying me. Because that pushes me out of frame. Cignetti this season is, for the past 2 seasons, his record as an Indiana head coach has been 23-2. Which is 23 wins and 2 losses. Which is not a bad record for him. This is going to be a very big game. Just to recap, Indiana are big underdogs in this matchup. Ohio State is favored to win heavily on the bets by -4.5. Winner will get number 1 seed in the college football playoff. Both quarterbacks are Heisman contenders. And Fernando Mendoza, we will talk about whenever he gets on the field. And the same thing goes with Julian Sayin. Indiana is going to have to face a very strong defense with their very strong and creative offense that they have, which is going to be tough since Ohio State has won 30 straight against Indiana since 1988. And again, as we were saying earlier, for the recap, Texas Tech beats BYU 34-7 in the Big 12 championship. SEC championship was Georgia beat Alabama. My mistake. I'm sorry. 28-7. And then Duke and Virginia is going to be going down while this game is going on. So, and they're going on to commercial break. So, I have to wait even more. So, oh yeah, I gotta pull up the charts. Should last long enough. I'm doing another quick recap of history here, kind of like a big hype up video. Both crowds here are excited. Big 10 championship is getting underway as I think Indiana is getting it first, and they are. And to talk about Fernando Mendoza, he has 211 passing completions, 293 attempts. He's the first Hoosier to win an award since 2001. He has 2,758 yards, 32 touchdowns, five interceptions. Number one in passing touchdowns, which he has 32 in NCAA and Big Ten. And he is number 7 in passing yards in the Big Ten, along with number 9 in pass completions with 211 in the Big Ten. First down and 10 for the Indiana Hoosiers here as Mendoza. He's going to take the snap, play action. He's going to throw it quick, and he's going to go down. Number 10 there. Don't worry, I'm getting my charts pulled up. So we'll find it. And oh no, Mendoza's down. Oh wow. Mendoza just went down with an injury. Damn. Corey was the one who made that play. And the backup may have to come in. Another Mendoza. And that Mendoza right there would be the sophomore Alberto Mendoza. Which is not good at all for Indiana. He's going to get checked out and evaluated. He is up and walking, so he's fine. But he's going to be up and checked and evaluated. So his brother Alberto Mendoza will be getting in, the sophomore. I did not pay attention on that 2nd and 1 play. I'm trying to get my charts set. There we go. First down and 10 for Indiana. 14 minutes and 12 seconds left. Again, Alberto Mendoza still in for Fernando Mendoza. 5 seconds on the play clock, running down quickly. And they get it off? They did. And it will only get them a gain of a few. Second down for the Hoosiers here, 2nd and 7. Play caller for them is Mike Shanahan on their offense, with powerhouses of Roman Henby. Mendoza takes the snap, hands it off to Henby. Henby's going to go left, and he's going to get pushed back by the Ohio State defense. 3rd down. Third and 4. Mendoza takes the snap. He's looking, runs left. He's still running. Fernando Mendoza is in, by the way. and the receiver caught it for first down. Sorry, I had to get that problem fixed. Mendoza finds him there. Fernando Mendoza gladly is back in, so this game is still safe. Inside the 50. Mendoza takes a snap, looking, throws one, and it's... Oh, no. Not caught. Omar Cooper, but he is limping now, so it is kind of a no-no. Oh, he might have hurt his leg. Tried jumping up for it, almost caught it, went right by his shoulder, and then he might have landed on his leg wrong. Probably just because of the rough landing. Hand off to Roman Hemby. Hemby will not get a lot of gain there. As it will be third down for Indiana's offense. Keep in mind this offense being a very impressive one indeed. Mendoza 2 for 3, 19 yards, 11-19 to go. Here comes the snap, stepping back, running up front, and he's going to get sacked. Number 92, that is Caden Curry, the senior, the left D end on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Or for the Ohio State Buckeyes, I should say. Not the most perfect commentator. Nice play there. Getting around the tackle. Just keep putting that pressure on him, and if you get around that edge just enough, you can rip through. You get to the quarterback, your number one priority there of whoever has the ball. Especially for a DN, that is your target. In which both times he put a beating on him. 0-0. Ohio State's going to have it. 10:35 left. You're watching Big Ten Championship, Indiana versus Ohio State on YouTube and Twitch. How we doing, chat? How we doing? We got 2 viewers on Twitch, 1 viewer on YouTube right now. Thank you for tuning in. And keep in mind, if you are someone who has not followed my socials, there is my socials right there. Also, just to see how you guys' day is going. How are y'all feeling about your college football or NFL teams? Or even what the college football playoff bracket is looking like. We'll talk about that if you want to. I'm on a commercial right now. Getting the Nancy Wheeler walking down. Trailer. No. Why are we getting Jonathan? Oh, great. So we're already confirming it. Or never mind. Julian Sand and the Ohio State offense is coming out now. Julian Sand being 258 completions and 325 or 27 attempts, 78.9% completion. Number 3 in passing yards, which he has 3,065, 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Number 2 in passing touchdowns in the Big Ten, and number 4 in the NCAA. First down to 10 for the Ohio State Buckeyes here inside of Indiana's own 10. Going to play action, throw it to Jeremiah Smith. Smith's going to run it, and he's going to get a first down. I don't know what's wrong with him today. Feels better, at least than yesterday. They have a running back named Bo Jackson. Oh, what a surprise. Ohio State has it on the 25-yard line. Play action. Say running right. He's going to throw long, going nowhere. And that was intended for Max Clare, the junior. Also a transfer. Hoosiers defense. Very powerful this season. Been better, at least on both sides of the ball, I think, for the Indiana Hoosiers here since last year. Sorry for not being precise on language here. Saying takes a snap, gonna hand it off, and Jackson's gonna get a few yards there. Third down for the Ohio State Buckeyes. A very good team. The national champions last year. At least they can hold up, unlike the Super Bowl champions in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles. Third down conversions this season, they have had a 56.2% chance in completion, I think. Third down 6. 2 motion right. Saying throws down the middle, and it's picked by number 7, 25, and down inside the 20. What a pick. Lewis Moore, the senior transfer. And that is going to be big for Indiana. Ohio State saying, his intended target here, watch this. This free safety is going to go out, go a little bit right, then keeps going that way and just gets it. And that pass was intended for Brendan and Ness. Just didn't get it. It was bobbled around, and he got that pick. What a play by Lewis Moore there. And that's going to be a clip. Nice. Which I'm happy about that. Mendoza is going to take the snap, hands it off to Hemby. Hemby's going to get a few yards. Still getting stuffed up, though. So second down for this offense. 2nd and 9. Mendoza hasn't really passed a lot. 8 minutes and 35 seconds going on. Mendoza takes the snap, finds, and he's got it. Elijah Surratt. Surratt, I think works. First down and 10. Can't get the fuck in there. Mendoza runs right, going, tries to find. He's going to throw it away. Pass was probably going to be thrown to number 7, but he saw that wasn't really a great pass or option there. So I had to throw it away. Curry's been very pressuring here tonight. Curry, the senior for the Ohio State Buckeyes. 2nd and 10. Mendoza takes the snap, hands it off to Hemby. Hemby's going to get trapped again. Full of Ohio State defenders. It's been hard for Hemby to even get any yards in this game. 3rd and 10 for the Indiana Hoosiers. Big play for both sides here in this first quarter. It's 7 minutes, 4 seconds to go. Play clock at 10. Mendoza takes a snap. Finding throws down to the ground. It will bring out the field goal team for a field goal attempt. Pretty short. Curry was probably trying to call for a hold. The hold was not called there. The kicker, Nico Radic, made all his field goals. His longest, the 46-yarder. And it's going to go right down the middle. 3-0. Indiana has a 3-point lead. 7 minutes in the first quarter. You're watching Indiana versus Ohio State on Twitch and YouTube. Let's check out how Duke and Virginia is going on over there. It is 7-0. The Duke Blue Devils are beating the 17th-ranked Virginia Cavaliers, and they have the ball right now with 5 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. Wow. What a surprise. Very, very unexpected. As they, I think, are they kicking it? Yeah, so they just scored, so they're kicking it to Virginia. So that's what's going on over there. Virginia has it. 5:22 left to go. It sucks when you're by yourself. Do this, and you're special. This is the building point. This is the building point. This is going to be our building point, trying to get up to social media and to try to build as much as we can. And this is how you start. You try to grind for it. Start posting daily on YouTube, daily on TikTok. I don't do dailies a lot, but I will do sometimes, like weekly to monthly upload sometimes. But you also got to try to be consistent with streaming content, and I have not been that lately. Until now, Thursday and then Saturday and then tomorrow, And then I might do some games next week, depending on what you guys think about that. You guys start tuning in more. And we are back. Yeah. Oh, the ads just go away by themselves. As Indiana is up by 2 minutes and 51 seconds left to go. Ohio State going to try and redeem themselves after their Julian Sands thrown interception. I can't believe I'm stuttering so much. I'm sorry. Julian Sands last week, 19 for 24, 233 yards. 33 yards, my bad. 6 minutes and 51 left to go. First down and 10. A very big game here and a very important drive right now for Ohio State in Indiana, in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Motion. Running back. Play action. Throw. And Smith's going to get a few yards. Nice pass from Sane. Probably an 8-yard gain for second down for 2 or 3. Nice pass there. Just the whole entire team could not catch up. I needed to switch again, and I did not do that. Sam is going to run to the left, and it's caught by Tate. Cornell Tate. Who caught that? First down and 10. Sayin snaps the ball. Throws down the middle, and it's caught. Smith. What a play. 5 minutes and 30 left to go. Watch Smith on this route. Pons is covering him. He backs up, and then Smith, he slipped a bit, but still in front of Pons there to make that catch. And he just tries to wrap around him and just tries to get him down. First down and 10 for the Buckeyes here inside the 50. Going to run and give it to Jackson. Well, Jackson got a few yards there. I can't believe I'm messing up on my speech. Second down for the Buckeyes. Second down and 3. Going to hand it off, and he's going to be pushed back for about 3 or 4. Third down for the Buckeyes here. Another big play. 3rd and 5. 4 minutes, 20 left to go. $95, breathing hard for a lineman. That's pretty rough. It's going to be a rough time down there in the trenches. Trying to figure out what do I pull out of my bag of tricks next. Rep a swim. Try to get a move around him. Saying he's trying to find, and he's going to get sacked. What a play. Number 21, Rojo Hardy. Nice play. 4th and 9 for the Buckeyes. They're probably going to have to punt here, and that was a nice play. But looking, he had a wide open pass to Brandon in this, and he couldn't find it, and he just got swallowed up by Hardy. Nice play there, and now they're going to have to punt it. I remember this thing. Really rough game for Ohio State right now in that first quarter. We'll be right back. Yeah, got a big play, I'm assuming. No, they're down inside the 30, I think. Minute 50 with to go, first down and 10 for the Hoosiers here. I'll throw a quick screen, and it's intercepted by the Ohio State Buckeyes defense. Wow. A big turn of events. Davison Igbinosun gets the ball. It's deflected up the same way. Indiana's defense got it, and Mendoza just disappointed. Minute and 41. What a play for Ohio State's defense. Can they capitalize, though? That is a question that has to be answered during this drive. And that you think you got to ask. Like, what can I do in that position that can help me out there? Again, we'll probably end around halftime. Again, looking at this screenplay that was really messed up with off 37th shoulder. Wow, Davison. I can't say his name correctly. It's my bad. Handing it off to Jackson. Jackson's going to get a few yards. He's still going. He's still running upfield. But there is a flag on the play. Officials talking about it here.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 97. That's just to go. First down.
At the distance to the goal, and it was a face mask. Number 97 here. You can see from the umpire cam. Just you cannot do that as a defender, grabbing somebody's face mask. And now that puts Indiana in a really bad position. 2-1. They snap it right before the clock goes. And Jackson's going to get pushed back. But there's a flag again on 34, I think.
Whistles it, but there's another flag. Offside. Defense number 8 lined up in the neutral zone. Uphill penalty, first down. There's Stephen Daly, the defensive end, closest to the official who calls that penalty, and just lined up clearly with his helmet over the ball in the neutral zone. There you see the flag come out.
Yeah, you can't do that. And it's costed them again 2 big plays. 1 big play for Ohio State that got them even further. And now Indiana going off sides. First and goal. Only 57 seconds to go. Play action. Saya throws one over his head. That was intended for Jeremiah Smith, but I think he was throwing a little away because of his pressure that he had on him. 53 seconds left. Second and goal. Sorry if I stutter a little bit. It's my bad. I need to get better at that. Commentators for this game, an incredible duo of Gus Johnson and Joe Klatt. 4 for 7, 37 yards and an interception for Julian Sayin tonight. Handing it off, and there is a flag on the play. Ball starts.
Full start. Offense number 25. Player penalty.
Indiana making fun of how they have to back up 5 more yards. 53 seconds left to go for Ohio State here. And they're in the red zone. And red zone touchdown percentage is 69.4%. They are 6th in the Big Ten for Ohio State there in that stat. Second and goal with 15 seconds left to go on the play clock. 53 seconds left to go in the game in the first quarter. Second goal. Here we go. Motioning. 86. Saying, going to take the snap. Finding. Getting out of the pocket. He's going to run. Take it with it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Ohio State. Caught by number 17, Cornell Tate. And that adds 7 for Ohio State. What a drive for them, which they will get the upper hand on them. And just to look at this play here, Quare motions around a bit. Looks like he's going to do something and leaves a wide open hole. And then 75, he comes right back around, and that's Carson Heinzman. And then he throws to Cornell Tate, having enough time to get out of the pocket to run right there and get that touchdown. And that field goes right down the middle, and it will be 7-3 in the first quarter with 46 seconds left to go. What a drive for Ohio State there. Big time play for Ohio State. Throwing it right. That was a great catch by Cornell Tate there. We'll bring those 2 clips up with each other. That's his 4th consecutive game with a touchdown. That is a really good stat for the junior out of Ohio State. As the kick. Tomorrow at 3:25, your game of the week. America's game of the week. Bear Packers. It's Bears Packers. You're going to want to tune in because we're going to be doing that too. My thing keeps swimming, but here we go. Mendoza. And he takes a snap. Finding, throws one. And it's not caught. But a flag on the play.
Lorenzo Styles in coverage. Interference. Defense. Number 3. 15-yard penalty. First down. Charlie Becker is so dangerous down the field. He's 6'4", 209. And here Styles comes in. You can see that arm. And he's just getting too much contact. Not allowing Becker to go back up and receive that ball. There's the restriction right there. That was right in front of the far official, the one who threw the flag, and it's 15 free yards for Indiana. So now first down at the 40 for the Hoosiers.
Here he goes, gonna give the handoff, and here he goes. He's gonna run. He's going 30, 25 out of bounds. What a play for Indiana. That was the running back, not Roman Hembry, Kalen Black. What a play there by him. First and 10 inside the 20 for Mendoza. Mendoza's going to take the snap and hand it off to Black. Black's going to take it and not get far with it. That's the end of the first quarter. 7-3. You're watching Indiana versus Ohio State on YouTube and Twitch. Turning to the second quarter here. All right, I'm gonna. I'm fixing up some things here, chat. All right. Give me a second after these few drives. And we're back. I'm going to get dinner after these few drives. Started the second quarter here for Indiana versus Ohio State. Getting right back on into the action. A big, yeah, I heard you. The snap, hands it off. Let's not get a lot there. Third down. And those have been 3 for 8, 30 yards and an interception. Here comes snap. Mendoza trying to find. Goes right. He's getting trapped. He's trying to still find, and he's going to get sacked. 4th down. Ohio State. It's his time. Jackson Jr. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. What a play. 4th and 8 for the Indiana Hoosiers. Do they take another field goal here? They're actually in the vicinity to do that. He was trying to find something, but the corners and the safeties, they're just tight. 40-yard attempt here. Nico Raddick has been 1 for 1 for 29 so far from 40 yards. And it's missed. He misses the field goal attempt. And the score stays the same. Now Ohio State just has it. Ohio State gets the ball with 13:31 left to go. You're watching Indiana versus Ohio State on Twitch and YouTube. And I will be right back. Actually, I have to do that. Ohio State's kicking a field goal, and it's in it good. 10-3. Very interesting game here, folks. Now, I will say, through the second quarter, sadly, I am going to eat some food. I'm going to turn off my camera. As always, I leave my mic on. But I know you guys do not want to see me eat. Respectfully. Having tacos right now. We'll say really, really good.
All for grace. No. Whoa now. Whoa now. Okay, NXT. What I can already smell some controversial shit going on in that college football playoff room. I can already smell it, and it smells like some shit, some devilish shit at that. Because the thing is, these commentators on ESPN are already clamoring for Alabama to make the college football playoff. They're already clamoring for it. And I get the feeling that either them or Texas is going to end up making it in, and that's going to leave the University of Miami on the outside looking in. Listen, my Southern bias will say, hey, if they let another Southern team in from the SEC, let them in. But my unbiasedness as a sports fan has to say this. Look, they don't deserve to get in. And I would have said that if Georgia had lost tonight. In fact, I said that on a video earlier this week that if we don't win, we don't deserve to get in. Guess what? When you have 3 losses and you get dominated the way you did tonight, you do not deserve to make the college football playoff. You deserve to go to a bowl game, but not the college football playoff. And I believe that if the Alabama Crimson Tide are allowed in, that's going to stir up another controversy, much like they did with Florida State that 1 year, and that's going to cause a lot of controversy in order to turn it into a 16-team playoff, which we do not need at this point in time. Every win should matter in college football at this point. Every win should matter. There's already enough controversy going on as it is. And I get the feeling that if Alabama want to take the Longhorns, make it into the college football playoffs at this point, over the University of Miami, or one of the other teams that have the better record, oh yeah, it's going to be some smoke in the city. You can best believe that people are going to be screaming to the high heavens about how it needs to take a 16-team playoff and how the media is very, very biased in the SEC. And I have to agree with them if that happens. But what I can already smell some controversial shit going on.
The Crew's out in the elements. You got to deal with it. Big 12 champion Texas Tech absolutely routs BYU 34-7. Let's talk about the defense for Texas Tech. One of the best defenses in the nation. Shout out the Birds if you can hear them. Yeah, one of the best defenses in the nation. Now the offense. Now it struggled in the red zone. It struggled in the red zone. The kicker for Texas Tech is Nick.
And we are back. Give me a second. We are back here. 10-3. Indiana has it. Throws it. Nice catch. Number 0. Right there. That was Jonathan Brady, the senior transfer, on that play. Nice play for him and the Hoosiers. Mendoza running right, trying to find, throws long, out. And it's a flag. See what it is. Holding. You just can't do that. Second quarter right now with 9 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. Indiana's gotten more in penalties than Ohio State, 4 for 34. I think 2 for 30. And the Henby's going to get the ball. About a gain of 5 for the Hoosiers, making it second down. This game being a little bit rough for both teams here, but both undefeated teams to show a proven point of who is the best in the college football entire thing and the in the whole entire playoff, basically, for the number 1 seed, as Mendoza just threw to somebody just a minute ago. I can't remember what the number was. My bad. Mendoza's been 5 for 10 tonight, 51 yards and an interception. Not the greatest stat line to start out with in the first half. Third down conversions. See how it goes for him. 3rd and 6. Hit a 7 left to go. Here comes the snap. Mendoza running left. He's going to throw. Bullet pass right. Nice catch. Mendoza snaps it, gives it to Hemby. Hemby's going to try to run. That is not Hemby. I think that's Black. And it is Black. And he's going to get a gain of a few. We'll be live during halftime, too, so we're going to change everything in the second half as soon as it gets, obviously, as we get into the second half. So we will have the halftime going on. We have not checked Virginia or versus Duke yet since Duke was up. Play action, nice catch by Jonathan Brady there. Again, and to check on the Duke versus Virginia game, Duke is up by 7 right now. They have the ball with 2 minutes and 55 left to go. Mendoza has it here, running right. He's going to throw it long out of bounds. And it will be 4th and 2 for the Indiana Hoosiers, and they're going to have to probably punt here for 6. They have 6 minutes and 27 seconds left to go, but if you're betting man here, do you keep your offense out, try to get a good touchdown before the half, and see if you can get a good thing here going? Coach Signetti, you know what he's thinking? He's thinking, yes, I think I can do it. 4th and 2, 6 minutes and 27 seconds left to go. Tries to jump them off. And and they're not going to do it. So they're going to take a timeout. Six minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Yeah, middle finger with a 5-6. With a 5. Yeah, man. There we go. That should help. Bang it up. Mm-hmm. Indiana has the ball. Sorry I keep coming in and out, chat. hungry. Mendoza running up. Nowhere. Having some tacos here, boys. As you can see. Indiana has not made any big plays recently. Third and 15. Mendoza throws. 37. Going. He's still up. Going still. Close to that line. Fourth down. With 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. It's 4th and 4. And you surely have to go for this one, don't you? It's looking like it's going to be a field goal attempt, though. Will he make it this time? He missed from 39. It's now from 32. Kick is up and is good. 6-10 in the second quarter. They're probably going to have to head commercial here, so I'm going to turn my camera off and also watch something. They usually have the commercial.
No! Stop it! Stop it! Don't do it! Put the Yeska down! Do not burn it! What are you talking about? What? Disrespectful! That is more disrespectful than when Bret Hart spelled on this man, okay? That is horrible! How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
Apparently, we're not going to break yet. I'm still going to keep my camera off, though, for right now. Touchback for Ohio State, though. First down and 10. First and 10 for Sam. Throws to Tate. Tate's going to go. And he's going to get a first down. 2 minutes and 35 left to go. Julian saying what a great pass there was by him. First and 10. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Two-minute warning. I'm going to mute.
Stealing the joy. Enjoys stealing the smiles. That's not what Mr. Iguana is.
Oh, not the iguanas.
Smiling at.
No.
No. Ethan Page, all the way to the top, could be looking for a super ego stretch.
Oh, yeah, baby. Here we go. We're up in the high-red dipping. Right there at Ethan Page. Oh, yes, man.
Sure for the iguana. We're just ripping a
He can't fight it. He can't fight it.
What a reversal. There you go.
Excuse me.
Here's everything I ate while in San Diego for Survivor Series War Games. Being this close to the Mexican border, we had to try some Mexican food, so we stopped at Taqueria Los Chuchis. I tried 3 of their most popular items, the birria tacos, the carnitas tacos, and this giant taco that was basically just a giant carnita taco. Being from Canada means that I don't really often get to try real authentic Mexican food, so this was unbelievably good. We even stuck around to try some of their desserts, like their flan mixed with brownie and this like pudding cup thing that they had. I wouldn't try these again. I thought that these were okay at best, but their tacos and the rest of their Mexican food lineup was fantastic. The day of the event, we decided to have breakfast in the hotel restaurant. Sarah had the avocado on toast, while I had the Southern Eggs Benedict. I'm not gonna lie, I think this was genuinely the greatest Eggs Benedict that I've ever had, and I like to consider myself an Eggs Benedict connoisseur. Part of me wanted to lick the plate clean, but I fought all of my internal demons to not do that so that I wouldn't embarrass Sarah. After tasting how good their Eggs Benedict was, I had to try their French toast, and I absolutely wolfed this.
Did I hear correctly? Did we show when he called himself Muhammad Kellerman? That's it. Muhammad Ali Kellerman. Muhammad Ali Kellerman.
Oh, my God.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had my researchers check and make sure that wasn't AI. That wasn't some shit that somebody just made up. You know, I had to double check that shit. I really did. I really, okay, if we were talking about boxing, you're absolutely right. Because I don't know anybody that knows more boxing than him. He's extraordinary, no doubt about that. We're talking about first team, though. And he took it someplace that all I want to say is, are you really sure you want to go there? See, there's a lot of stuff that goes on.
I don't believe Stephen A. Smith there, but going back to the game, Ohio State, less than 2 minutes. Julian Sand, 7 for 10, 109 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Sand's going to hand it off to Jackson. Jackson's going to get some yards and will be down at the 40-yard line. Minute and 53 left to go in this second quarter as it is second down. Hell, speaking better now, which is great. Julian Sand, 7 for 10, 109 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Is second and 6 for the Ohio State Buckeyes here. The Sand's going to take the snap. He's going to find, and he's going to get swallowed up by 46. And that is Isaiah Jones, the junior. Third and 8. 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Julian Sand taking his time. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 3, 2. He's going to take the snap. Sand finding one, and it is out of bounds. So it'll be 4th down and 8. Do you just do the punt and give him a ball, or I wonder what you do here. They're going to punt it. Ball, halftime goes on. I'm going to charge my phone. I don't think a lot can happen. Maybe a lot could happen. But I don't know. It's fairly hard to tell. Yeah. I'm going to mess with that. I'm going to just look over here. I'm going to have to look over like this so the camera will have us see that. Which I'm not bothered by. I'm going to have to shut off my camera here in a minute. The stand, though. 6 and 10. It's 6-10 right now. 32 seconds. 4th and 8. Joe McGuire. You take the punts. And fair catch at the 15. Here comes Mendoza. "25 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10. Saying takes a snap, hands it off to Hemby. I'm not saying Mendoza. I got mixed up there. 2nd down, though. It looks like they're just going to chew the clock. We're in ahead in the halftime. So we're heading in the half. Big Team 10 championship game. Team leading at half is 9-5 all time in this series. And I'm going to mute up now since we're at halftime. And that's my bad. I was downstairs a little bit during halftime. So that's my bad. Sorry, chat. Hope the third quarter. It might be off halftime. I don't know yet. I figured it hadn't been. Only been gone for a few minutes. Yeah, I came right on time. Back for the second half. Skipped all of halftime. It's perfect for me.
4 points a game, second in the nation. Ohio State averages 37 points a game, 13th in the nation. It's 10-6.
Yes, that's right, because they're facing the 1 and 2 ranked defenses in the country. These defenses have been outstanding, haven't they? In particular, when their backs are against the wall in the red zone, that's really been the difference in the game so far. A couple of mistakes by the offenses. Lewis Moore, safety for Indiana, picks it off, but Ohio State held Indiana to a field goal. Then Fernando Mendoza returned the favor, a pick by Jason Igbinosin. But this time, Ohio State was able to capitalize, put it in the end zone for that Carnell Tate touchdown. Elon Black. Beautiful run over the left side, set them up in scoring position, but a missed field goal for Indiana. And that's where we stand. You know, it was a big play down the field for Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith, 52 yards. Ohio State had to settle for a field goal. The defenses have been outstanding, and namely, and the guys touched on this at halftime, Indiana's defense has been outstanding.
Indiana, 166 total yards, 79 rushing yards, 3 and 8 on third down conversions. Third down conversions, 1 for 3 on red zone. Ohio State's going to get it here, so that means Julian Sand in their offense is going to have to take a big score here. Starting off in the third quarter, 15 minutes to go, and we are off to start the second half. Ohio State's going to take it. Going on and going to be inside around 20, I would think. That's what it is. My bad. He made a lot of mistakes during the stream. 1st and 10 for the Ohio State Buckeye offense. Indiana Hoosiers have held games to 6 points, fewest in the first half in the season. Or them being held, I think. I don't know. Motion, Tate. Play action. Sam throws it. And 89 gets a lot of yards, flips over. Second down.
In the red area, saying defense doing well to limit their points. But when the Buckeyes get in that red zone, they need to score. As for the message to his team, he said, we're winning this game. We need to win the first 4 minutes of the second half. We're going to have the ball and go from there. As for
Julian Sand going to hand it off to Bo Jackson. Jackson's going to go 45-50. He's still going. And he's going to go down around the 45. First down for Ohio State. 14 minutes and 5 seconds to go. And as you can see, watch this play here. The guard pulls out, thinking that it's going to go that way, and then he just shifts in. And then Jackson has a big running play and has a lot of running room to get that first down and more to get across the 50. 5 motions. Saying. Snaps. Play action. Going left. Stepping up and it's sacked. 97. Mario Landino. What a play. I mean, watch this here on his edge guy, and yeah. Gotta see, just gets right under him, just knocks his arm down, gets past him, able to get to the quarterback fast enough. That's what happens whenever you let your guard down just a little bit, whenever you're not focusing enough, and then person can get right past you. And Landino got to Saying really, really quickly. Indiana's had 4 sacks tonight, Ohio State 3, so it's been a really defensive game here this evening. 2nd and 15. Saying's going to snap. And he's going to get sacked again. Hey, wait a minute, he's still up. He throws long. And it's out of bounds. So 3rd and 15. I thought he was going to go down when Daly caught him, but he stayed up, luckily. Great strength there. Dodging, getting sacked, and just trying to throw that on, and it just went out of bounds. Indiana's in a must-need stop 3rd down situation here against the Buckeyes. 3rd down conversions tonight have not been really the greatest. 3rd and 27 for the Buckeyes here. And they take the snap. Sam throws it short to 12. And there's a flag, maybe, I think.
A timeout was called by
A timeout was called.
Timeout, Indiana, prior to the snap. Their first 30-second timeout.
Holy cow. Man, wild sequence here the last couple of plays. I want to go back to that forward progress call, though. Mike Pereira is with us, our rules analyst. Mike, ruling forward progress there as he's spinning around in the grass. What did you think about that call, making it this long 3rd down?
Yeah, I think when you have 2 players involved in that, there's one player with the grasp and then another player, you look at that for player safety thing. But when you watch it, you want to give these athletes time to break away. So, it's a judgment call that he has to make. I'm like you. I wish he wouldn't have shut it down.
I can tell you, it was not after the fact. You can see through the ump cam, our head referee, Ron Snodgrass, had his hand up. So he had that call immediately and stuck with it. Just surprised he blew it dead that quickly.
Wow. So a controversial call on that play there where Saying almost got sacked. 3rd and 27. Snaps, throws to Smith. Smith is going to go nowhere. 4th down. As already stops him. And now Indiana can take advantage here, which is great for them. You can hopefully make this a very close game here as they're going to punt it. And it's all the way inside the 10. So 1st and 10, inside the 10 for Indiana. It is 6-10 in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Indiana versus Ohio State on Twitch. Alrighty. I'm back, by the way.
Some breaking
A
news
little bit ago.
Thursday at midnight. I'll be releasing my first home duty. Yes, the Open from Oregon. will survive this fucking war.
You got put your back already on SWAT day. What? Oh, they got caught. I forgot.
If you can.
Mendoza here shown very bloody on his arm there. And that is just the scars of what you get and whenever you're facing these very brutal defensive teams who are very conservative, as Hemby's going to get a lot of yards there. I mean, this first started whenever he got bumped into and his shoulder got hurt, and then Amari Cooper Jr., who hurt his ankle. And has not really played, it looks like, a lot. Mendoza, 2nd and 5. Hands it off to Hemby. Hemby's going to get a few more yards, and it's going to go to 3rd down. Rushing yards tonight, 87 for Indiana, 20 for Ohio State. 3rd and 2 for the Indiana Hoosiers. 10:15 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 2. 5 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. Mendoza looking. Throws long. And it's caught. What a play. Oh, my. Number 80. Charlie Becker, the sophomore. Oh, my, what a catch. Makes a great play for Indiana. That was well tightly covered, and it gets them inside the 30. What a play. As Roman Hemby, he's going to take it now. He's still moving. He's still going. And he's going to go over the 1st down line. What a play it has been for these last 2 plays for Indiana. Oh, my. 10 for 16, 138 yards. Indiana is coming back, and they're wanting this lead in the win. That's a clip right there, by the way. So 2 hours 25K. We have a lot of footage to go through tonight and have to clip and get it out tonight. And it is off. And not really going to go far. As but it's not going to get a lot. Yeah, come on and play. Don't stay. Show me how you think. Second and 8 for the Indiana Hoosiers. They're inside the 20, closer to the 15. 8:15 left to go. They're going to take the snap. Play action. Henby looking, stepping up, stepping back, trying to find, throws long, and it goes out of bounds. 3rd and 8. Mendoza was trying to find somebody, couldn't find anything. Now you got to think, what do you do? 8:07 left to go. Play clock at 20. Big 3rd down conversion for Indiana. Takes the snap. Mendoza throws one, and it's caught! Oh my God, what a catch! That's by Elijah Surratt. A touchdown that gets them the lead. Touchdown, Indiana. Surratt, what a catch. And they were highlighting him on this play a little bit here, and that's tightly covered, so tightly covered, but he just jumps up and he gets it. What a catch. And gets them the lead. 12-10. Can they make it 13? Most likely, yes. And it goes straight down the middle. Indiana has the lead over Ohio State. Wow. The number 2 is upsetting the number 1. .802 is still left to go in the 3rd quarter. You're watching the Big Ten Championship, Indiana versus Ohio State on YouTube and Twitch. Who's playing more like the Heisman quarterback right now? Who's been beat to death this whole entire game, boys? Okay? It's Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza, man, he's been taking some large hits tonight. And tonight, he is definitely shown to me, I think he's better than Julian Sain, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. People can disagree with me if they want. But, I mean, he's been beat to shit tonight by this defense with how much he's been hit so hard. We've gotten a shot from his arm literally bleeding. So, there's that. And we are back inside Indianapolis, Indiana at Lucas Oil Stadium as Indiana just took a big lead over the Ohio State Buckeyes. But there's still 8 minutes and 2 seconds left to spare in this game. What's at stake? Big Ten championship. Indiana, if they won, it would be the first since 1967, and then the first since 2020 for them. The Heisman Trophy, obviously, both teams are going after with Julian Sain and Fernando Mendoza. As I was talking about with that, I think Fernando Mendoza has shown himself as a true Heisman person who should get it. It should be a number one good draft pick. As it's going to go to Ohio State, they're going to take a touchback. And here comes Julian Sain. And this is the first time trailing in the second half this season. So this is a big challenge for the Ohio State Buckeyes that shows Indiana is a really good team. This shows that Indiana is a really strong team that you do not want to go up against. They are way different than last year. I could definitely tell you that much. 1st and 10 for the Ohio State Buckeyes here, though. Number one's going to motion left, Ennis. Here comes the snap. Hands it off to Jackson. Jackson's going to get a few yards there as it's going to be second down. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. 2nd and 3 for the Ohio State Buckeyes. As they're going to need a lot here to get down the field and have to get a touchdown. Saying in this offense is going to have to lead themselves and be able to get themselves into this game, try to keep their heads up, not try to get their heads down and try to say, hey, this game's still close, we can still make it in. Jackson running, and he's going to get back. 3rd down. This defense is being powerful. Now, can they do it for one more play? 3rd and 4 for this Ohio State offense, and Sam running over to the huddle really quick, calling it. Here they go. Ohio State's been 0 of 5 on 3rd downs tonight. 3rd and 4. Here we go. Takes the snap. Zayn throws it quick, and it's caught, but he got his feet down before, and Ness says it was a 1st down. In my opinion, I don't really think it was. He was behind the line when he put his feet down, and I don't think the ball crossed over at a point. And I don't feel like it did. That's a challenge for me there if I would ever do one. And apparently they're not going to do it, I think. I thought they would. Play action. Throws it. Caught. 86. Going to go out of bounds. That's Claire. Max Claire. The transfer. I think that's a transfer. No, that is not a transfer. Yeah, he is a transfer. Never mind. I'm wrong. Oh, my gosh. But they really tricked the Indiana defense on that one, on that play action a bit, to allow Max Clare to get a few yards up the field there and get them inside 40 into enough range for Indiana, and they're going to hand it off here, and it's not going to get them far as they're going to get pushed back. The running game not working so well for Ohio State. As it's 2nd down, 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in this game. A very great, entertaining game, I would like to say. As we are looking at this replay, Duke versus Virginia. Virginia is currently down by 4. Duke still has the lead with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Ohio State, 2nd and 11. Play action, throws, and it's caught by Jeremiah Smith. What a catch. Kicks it in, and it's a 1st down. A crucial 1st down that they needed there, and now Ohio State can take it and maybe get in the end zone and retake this lead that they had. I mean, that was a very contested catch. 1-2, just gets it in. Nice catch by Jeremiah Smith there. Been doing great this game. Sam throws, Claire catches, and he goes down. Second and 2. And here goes to Jackson. Jackson could have had a very big run there, but he gets stopped. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes as they have 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. Got just tripped up a little bit there with that leg right there in his way and then holding him back. And it just knocked him down. Ohio State in the red zone. 1st and 10. Handing it off. No, wait a minute. It's play action. They're going to throw it. And that's going to be a good play over to Claire, it looks like. Or it might have been the 89th and Kamarick. Staying 2nd down as there's 2 minutes and 40 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 3 for this Ohio State offense. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. Here they go. Takes the snap, hands it off. Jackson not going to really go far. It'll be 3rd down, but not far from it. Red zone offense tonight. 3 possessions, 1 touchdown, and a field goal, I think, maybe, for Ohio State. Yeah, field goal. They're going to need a big stop here, Indiana. 3rd and 1, Ohio State. Here they go. Takes the snap, saying, Mo going over left, and it's incomplete. 4th down. Do you go for it here? 1 minute and 38 left in the 3rd quarter. Do you go for this on 4th and 1, or do you tie it up? We'll just take the points. But it looks like defense is staying out there, and so is offense. So staying in this Ohio State offense, still staying out there. 4th down. Here we go. It is a big play. And it looks like he got over. It's an easy 1st down for the Buckeyes. Yeah, it's easy 1st down. It's just a QB sneak at his best. Minute and 4 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and goal for Ohio State. They're going to review it. Wow. We'll see if it's short in a minute. I'm still going to be here. I'm just going to mute up real quick, and then I'll come back whenever we come back from commercial. All right, and we are back. We are back. I think it got called. It got called back. Wow. It got called back. So now it is Indiana's ball. What a crucial call. So now Indiana has it. Wow, that's really important. That's a really important play that you call back. You say, hold on, let's review this. It turns out that it just doesn't go the way you want it to. Second and 10 for Indiana here, 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Going to take the snap, play action. Going to take a quick throw, nice catch. He's going to go number 7, Jermaine Matthews Jr., the junior at Indiana, as they're going really quickly. And they're going to end the third quarter there. And there's an injured and this is a big player too. Caden Curry, the senior, is injured. And that's not great. Showing how good Indiana is right now. Wow. But we're in the fourth quarter. As always, you were from my school. You know what this means. Put the fours up. It's time to put the fours up. It's time to put fours up. Commercial again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the fourth quarter, for the start of the fourth quarter. Indiana has the ball. Caden Curry's feeling fine. He just was on a knee, so he is all right, it looks like. But this offense is still being powerful. 1st and 10. Here we go. And Mendoza, it was handed off to Hemby. Hemby's not going to get a lot of yards there. Igbino's son was the tackler on the play. "14 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this game. 2nd and 10. Very crucial for Indiana to get a score on this drive. Play action. Mendoza runs left. Gonna throw. Nice catch. Number 80. That is Cooper. Not Cooper. Chase Becker. It's either Chase or it's Charlie Becker. Charlie Becker. I need to remember that. Charlie Becker. Name to remember. But a nice catch there to be inside the 30. 1st and 10 for this Indiana offense. Mendoza takes the snap, hands it off. Black's got it. He's going to go, and he's going to get a gain of a few yards. It's going to be 2nd down, 13:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 6 for this Indiana Hoosiers team.
Ezra.
One of those 3 rushing yards for Indiana, 32 for Ohio State. And Becker gets a 1st down. Charlie Becker. He's been a really important receiver. She's calling for you. I was just making sure. Hemby gets the ball. Gain of a few. 2nd and 7. 12 minutes and 15 seconds left to go on the clock. Indiana in a very, very good position right now. And looks like adjustments are being made. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. Here comes the snap, handoff. Hemby gets gain of a few. 3rd down. 11 minutes and 35 seconds. Hemby's going to be taken out for Black. Not be Black, actually. Actually, might be Kobe Martin if that is. So Mendoza's going to run right. Mendoza's still running right. Going to throw it out of bounds. It looks like he just got hit hard there, too. He did not, really. But it did drive him out of the pocket. Yeah, because he was just falling. He just pushed him. Oh, he landed hard, yeah. I expected him. I thought he did. Here comes a punt from Indiana, giving it to Ohio State. 10 minutes left to go. Down he goes inside the 10. What a stop by this Indiana punting special teams. Indiana up by 3 in the fourth quarter. Can they stay in the lead, or will Ohio State take the lead for the Big Ten championship? Let's find out. We're watching Indiana versus Ohio State on Twitch and YouTube. Been live for 2 hours and 54 minutes, by the way. Thank you guys for tuning in. At least for the people who are tuning in, I do thank you.
R-O-4-6 Popeye.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it.
And we are back. Man, we are back. As Julius saying, and this Ohio State offense is going to try to drive down. And gets this defense, handing it off to Jackson. Jackson's going to get a game of a few and get stopped at the 15-yard line, bringing it to second down. 10:35 left to go in the fourth quarter of this game. A really, really close game. It's been really defensive, some crazy offensive plays, as you've seen here and there. Second down and 6 for the Ohio State Buckeyes here. 10:19 left to go, 20 seconds left to go on the play clock, and still ticking down. 85 in motion, goes back. Sand snaps it, hands it off. Here he goes. He's going to run and get a first down. Nice game by Jackson. First down and 10. Going to bring it to 9 minutes and 59 seconds. And the clock's still ticking down. Jackson been one of the top 5 true freshmen with 1,000 yards rushing yard seasons in school history. As Tate motions over, Two receivers right, one receiver on left. Saints going to take the snap. Here he goes, trying to find. He's going to throw a little short, and that is to Carmack or Kamarick. That's what I've been saying for him the whole entire time. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. 2nd and 6 on this drive. Ohio State trying to take the lead here. Handed it off to 32, and it's not going to get them far. It's a backup running back for them. I think that's C.J. Donaldson, if I'm not mistaken. A nice stop by the Indiana defense there as it brings 3rd and 5. 8 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. Third down conversion right here. One receiver left, one receiver right. Zane takes the snap. Looking, finding middle, and a throw to Donaldson. A gain of a few. Gonna stand up real quick. I don't usually stand up, but I mean, sometimes you're gonna have to stand as a commentator, right? There we go. Play action. Throws it quick to Ford. Jeremiah Smith is not going to go anywhere. 2nd down. And they're going to be backed up. 7 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. And the clock is still ticking down. Watch this little motion right here. Sees him wide open. Smith tries to get more forward, but then a great stop by those two defenders, 12 and 4. I cannot see my depth charts from here, though, really far away. I'd have to get closer. 2nd and 15. Ohio State saying takes a snap. Here he goes, throw down the middle. Jackson going to try to fight for yards, and he's not going to get far. 3rd down for the Ohio State offense. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left to go on this drive. Covering that up a bit. 3rd and 8 for Ohio State. Here we go. Same. Takes a snap. Stepping back really far. Running right. Going. Throws one. And it's caught. What a catch by Tate. And it gets them the 1st down. 6 minutes left to go. And they're slowly taking this clock down to where Indiana doesn't get it much. So we don't know if Indiana will have a lot of time here. Ford can try jumping up for that, and he's not tall enough to reach it. And yeah. 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. Hands it off to Jackson. Jackson's not going to get far. 2nd down. For Ohio State. Second and 8 for the Buckeyes. Four minutes and 50 seconds left to go. Saints going to take it. Play action. Throws it over Jackson's head, so it'll be 3rd and 8. Stan not being the most accurate tonight as he has been 20. Actually, he's been pretty accurate. 20 for 25, 211 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Excuse me for that burp right there. As it's 3rd and 8, 4 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in this game. A very close game indeed. Julian Sane. Sane, play action, takes the screens. Wait a minute, throws it back. It's going to go to Jackson. Jackson's going to get a few yards, but it's 4th down, and there's a flag on the play there too. And it's on Ohio State.
Talk about a rabbit out of the hat.
Nice trick play.
I think they're going to get, I know this will sound weird, but a low block on the defense. That's what I think they're going to call
Personal
here.
foul. Illegal low block. Defense number 6. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Mikhail Kamara, as he's trying to defend, once you're out here on the edge, you can't do this to an offensive lineman. Watch, he just goes out.
Yeah, you can't do that, especially to an old lineman. I think that's what costed him on that play too. So there's that. Play was called on number 6, so it's 1st down. Indiana's had a lot of penalties shooting himself in the foot tonight. And Jackson's going to go. He's spinning and he's still up, and he's going to get down at the 10. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. 2nd down for the Ohio State Buckeyes here. They could get a lead here and a big chance, but still give Indiana. But Indiana, Kurt Cignetti, not looking very happy right now. Looks like he's got a pissed look on his face. 2nd and 2, 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. Shane takes the snap, hands it off. Jackson is down before the line, so it will be 3rd down. 3 minutes and 25 seconds for this Ohio State offense. 4 possessions tonight, 1 touchdown, 1-on-1 field goals, and 1 turnover on downs for red zone offense. 4 possessions they've had here. 3rd and 1. 2 minutes and 55. Play action. Throws it down middle, and it's deflected. It's 4th and 1. They tried doing the trick play, and he said no. Number 21. Indiana Hoosiers. That right there is Roja Hardy. Nice play there. Defending number 85 on Ohio State. And they're going to go for a 27-yard attempt to tie up the game. 4th and 1. 2 minutes and 51 seconds left to go. And it's missed! Oh my God! Ohio State missed it! They missed it! Fielding missed it! Indiana doesn't have to deal with the tie. They can deal with an advantage. Oh my. Fielding takes it far left. That puts Ohio State in a real big problem. Wow, what a turn of events. There's a lot of clips here. I'm so glad I did this game. just keep in mind, tomorrow at 12, we are going to be having Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. Then at 3:25, we are going to have Bears Packers. So both two pretty good games. Going to be stacked and going to be busy for the day, as we're going to have to get up early in the morning because we have to write for both games, which I have to write for Baltimore soon. So yeah, tune in for those tomorrow as you see a Ravens fans reaction to the game. All right, I have the page written on that. I'm using my time wisely. Remember, Fielding just missed his kick from 27. That's how far it was, as now Mendoza and the Indiana's offense will now take over. And we'll go to black there for a gain of a few. Ohio State takes a timeout. 2 minutes 44 left to go. Wow. Catch up on Duke and Virginia. Duke is beating Virginia 17-10. So it looks like the 17-ranked Virginia might get upset by the Duke Blue Devils. Wow. But they're down by 7 right now, so you can't count them out yet. It's 2 pretty close games. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty good 2 close games. Just to recap your games from earlier today, at least the important ones. Texas Tech, number 4 Texas Tech beats number 11 or 12 BYU 34-7 in the Big 12 championship game in the SEC. Georgia beats Alabama 28-7, and they are crowned the champions of the SEC. The Dogs take over in the Doghouse. He's officially theirs in the SEC. So they kind of own it, you could say there. But we'll see how they own the playoffs, though. As Indiana is making themselves look like a real true contender. Is a lot of stuff is going to be crazy for who's going to be drafted in Selection Sunday. Tomorrow, I think, is when that's happening. It's either that or later. We're getting close to the last 2 minutes here. Also, so that's nice. This world mine. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in this game. 13-10. Indiana has the ball. 2nd and 5 for the Indiana Hoosiers here. It's the Hoosiers having a very important drive to see if they can get even more of an advantage after a missed kick from Wheeling on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Going to hand it off. Not get far with it. As Mendoza fell down with it, and with him and Black. 2 minutes and 1 seconds to left to go. It's 3rd and 6. $715 losses from Indiana, second most in FBS history. Points 738 win percentage, I think it said. I don't know. This graphic's going too quick for me to read, bro. It's going too quick for me to read it. And I read that earlier too. I had that stat, the 30 consecutive wins. I did not have all the all-time losses and all-time wins, though. So that was my bad on my journalism part. Or journaling. Well, they're showing America's Game of the Week for Bears versus Packers. We're going to be live for that game as long as for the noon game of Ravens Steelers. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Live on Twitch and YouTube for both of those games. Here we go. 3rd and 6. Mendoza throws long, and it's caught! What a play! Charlie Becker, and he's catching it. What a dog he is! 2 minutes and 28 seconds left to go, and it's a first down that is very crucial for Indiana in that play right there. What a play by Charlie Becker. Just beats his man a little bit, and then jumps up for it and gets the catch. What a catch he had right there. And that's a very difficult catch to make. Charlie Becker, Mendoza just places it very, very perfectly. And Ohio State fans should be very, very worried going into this 2-minute warning. Whoa, 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 We are back after the 2-minute warning. First down and 10 for the Indiana offense here. 2 minutes left to go. Here comes the snap. Going to hand it off, and looks like Black tripped up a little bit there. And it looks like the clock's just going to be ran out. Remember, we mentioned a very important stat I have on my note paper here, which was Ohio State has won 30 straight against Indiana since 1988. And they hand off the ball to Black again. I'm pretty sure that's who that was, and it is. And it looks like that streak has finally been broken. Oh my gosh, ladies and gents. We are a minute and 18 away from Indiana becoming Big Ten champions. Or Big Ten championship. Big Ten champion. But yeah, we'll be live tomorrow at noon and 3:25. 4:25 p.m. Eastern. And 1 o'clock for you Eastern time people. 12 and 3:25 for anybody who is Central. And Pacific, you probably already know. We have a lot of things to clip. That's all I can say. But definitely tune in for the games tomorrow. Minute and 10 left to go for Indiana in this whole entire game. Remember, this game is not what gets Ohio State out of the playoffs. It just downgrades them a little bit. As Indiana makes the upset. Maybe happen here. 3rd and 10. A minute left to go. He's going to get sandwiched up. And now here comes the clock ticking. As in the red zone has been a very important point to point out in the red zone here. Red zone offense was perfect, except when they had a turnover on downs and 1 for 2. 4th and 5 here for Indiana. And it looks like they're just going to let the clock tick down here. 24 seconds is where it's going to stop at. 4th and 5 for Indiana. They're running over to the sideline. Indiana takes their second timeout, and I think they might be replacing with a field goal team unless they are going for it here to get a first down to finish off the game. And if not, Julian Sang can throw up a prayer and say, hey, we still have one chance in this game that we can maybe throw a prayer up and see what we can get. 24 seconds left to go. It's 4th and 5. What does Signetti want to do? Remind you, Signetti has been 23-2, only ever taking 2 losses to a team or 2 teams in general. So a very competitive coach that does not lose. And they're going to punt it. Wow. A very choosy decision there. From the 40. 4th and 5. Here they go as clock's going to tick. And 18 seconds left to go for Ohio State to see if they can throw up a prayer and see if you can win the game because they still have a chance with 18 seconds. And if you get the ball caught, there's one thing you got to know. If you don't have any timeouts, you got to be really, really fast with getting set and that clock management not being your not greatest best friend to you. Saying Donaldson Jr. is the running back on this play. I'm saying that to remind myself. Gonna run basically an all go. Sand throws the short route to C.J. Donaldson Jr. and left with 13 seconds as it's second down. For a check down route, 2nd and 9. Only going to get a gain of 1. Not going to get them a lot there. And Ohio State gets looking like they're going to get beat by the underdog in this matchup. But keep in mind, -4.5 favorites very heavily. And Indiana were underdogs in this matchup. Sayin takes the snap, throws it long for a heaver, and it is was it caught? It was not. 3rd and 9. Just deflected a little bit. Yep, it went off the ground, so it was not caught. 2 seconds left to go. 3rd and 9. You can still huck up one more prayer. Not going to probably get into the end zone, but Ohio State could hope, right? Ohio State could hope. As Indiana looks like they're going to take the win here and become Big Ten champions. And they're going to take one long Hail Mary here. Throwing long. Got to give Sam time. He doesn't have a lot. He's going to throw long, and it is caught. But he's brought down, and it's done. The Indiana Hoosiers are Big Ten champions, are the number 1 seed in the college football playoff to be guaranteed. They get the upset. The number 1 favorites have been beaten. They were favored heavily by -4.5. This is their first Big Ten championship since 1967 and their first outright since 1945 for the Indiana Hoosiers. They're leading themselves to the national championship, and we will definitely be with you on the way there. Mendoza, an absolute go tonight. 15 for 23, 222 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And I'm going to tell you this right now. This guy is the Heisman winner, and he definitely proved it tonight throughout everything he did tonight, throughout every play he played, this game showed him being the true Heisman winner he is. 13-10 is your final tonight. Don't forget that we have Baltimore versus Pittsburgh tomorrow at noon, and then we have at 3:25 the Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers. It's 2 games, one for the AFC North, one for the NFC North. Both being the North teams, let's see how they're going to do on both sides of the ball. Right now, for Duke and Virginia, it is 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, 20-13, as Duke has the lead there right now. And I will not be calling that game. I'm done calling for the night, as we are going to be calling a lot tomorrow. Congratulations to the Indiana Hoosiers for winning the Big Ten championship. This man, Charlie Becker, is the man tonight, as he got 6 catches, 123 yards to keep in mind you. But we are going to end this stream tonight. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Indiana wins by 3, beating the absolutely heavily favored Ohio State Buckeyes. We will see you along the road of the college football playoff, and we'll see you tomorrow for Baltimore versus Pittsburgh and Chicago versus Green Bay. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. Thank you.